First and foremost, Gina, amazing job on this film. I loved it.
Good. Thank you.
I'm a big fan of your work, also a big fan of Greg. Uh, can you talk to me first and foremost about how you assembled this cast together, especially Charlize and Chiwetel, amazing actors in their own right, and amazing performances. How did you assemble such talent?
Um, they say 70% of directing is casting, and I really believe that you have to have the right people in those roles. And this was a tough one. I mean, foremost, Greg created such great characters and such a great story that was absolutely helpful because actors like Mateus Schoenaerts, who does not do these type of films, and I sat across from him and he says, I don't do these type of films, but I love the story and I love this character. So having a really dope script was absolutely helpful, knowing that I wanted to make it feel completely grounded and real, despite the fantastical conceit, was something that attracted a lot of the actors. I mean, Chiwetel, I got to work with Chiwetel, and what he brought to Copley and a character, every actor that I got actually elevated the characters and the story and the genre. So, um, and also I had to find people who not only were dope actors, but you could believe were, in Charlize's case, 6,000 years old. Like not a lot of people can embody that character. So it was a lot of fun, but it was absolutely intentional to have just dope actors in the genre.
I mean, the graphic novel is also beautifully illustrated. Can you talk to me about what some of the toughest elements to translate from the page to the screen were?
Mhm. Yeah, Leandro did a beautiful job, and for me, I wanted to pay homage to some of it, and most specifically, my use of silhouette in the film was actually absolutely pulled from the book, and especially the kill floor. The kill floor is an iconic scene. It sets the tone. That was a scene I was nervous about. Like you read it in the comic, and you're like, "Oh my god!" But then it's like, okay, how do I how do I make that real?
You nailed that scene. No joke. I was watching there, and I think I said an expletive, but I was like, "Oh," because it caught me, and I was like, "Oh, this is," it really caught me.
Oh, I love that.
Now, Old Guard has an interesting blend of mythology and fresh characters. Why did you decide to take on this project, and what theme spoke to you?
Mhm. I mean, well, foremost, thematically, it was really two things. These characters were searching for their purpose, and I feel like that is something one me as an artist and a person, absolutely at different times of my life have been searching for that. It felt like something an audience could connect to, even despite the fantastical premise, and also just that thought of we have a limited time on Earth, so what are we going to do with our time? And I love that these characters, they don't know how long they have, but they're going to do good. And I loved putting that into the world. So thematically, those things absolutely connected me. The fact that there are two women at the head of this dope action joint, and that one is a young Black female, which we rarely get to see. That was like, oh yeah, I'm in.
Now, I know that switching gears for a second, I know that you were rumored to be, or you were going to direct Silver and Black for a while, and then now I'm hearing that it might be shifted into a streaming television show. Are you still involved with the process of what's happening with that Silver and Black thing?
Yeah, I would say, I'm involved as a producer, but the last 2 years I've been MIA shooting the Old Guard. Like that's how long I've been on this, which is why I'm so excited that it's finally about to come out because I need a nap. Um, so yeah, I mean, I love those characters. Silver Sable is a dope character, Black Cat. So, but it's kind of shifted in what it's going to be. So we're still trying to figure that out.
And another question I had too is one of the scenes that you had was a very tight scene in like a plane, and it was a fight scene between your actresses. That scene was incredible, and it seemed so Corey. I mean, so tight together. How hard was it shooting that scene?
It was very hard. But I made it hard on purpose. I mean, the DP, Tammy Riker, and we decided, you know what? It takes place in a plane in a confined space. I wanted to feel grounded and real. Let's not give ourselves a crutch of flying walls. Like we have to stay confined in that. And that made it harder to shoot. It limited how we could shoot it and our angles, but I felt like it added to the urgency and the groundedness to it. The other difficult thing is it was a real plane on hydraulics. I hate to fly, deathly afraid of flying. Every time those hydraulics started, I would get that jolt of, oh my God, we're going to crash. So it was always having to calm myself and then focusing back on directing the scene.